it's time for a January reading wrap up. I read 7 books. I read 5 5-star books, a 2-star book, and a 3-star book. I tandem read all of these on my Kindle with the audiobooks with them, and I read equivalent to 2,176 words. And this year, I'm going to keep track of how many words I read. I'm going to do a reading wrap up at the end of the year. And let's talk about these books. So the first book I read was Assassin's Blade. I did a lot of watching other people's videos to see what order I needed to read the Throne of Glass series, and majority of people have said read Assassin's Blade first. Don't read it as the third book. Don't read them starting with Throne of Glass and then read Assassin's Blade as the third book. Read Assassin's Blade first. And I did. And y'all were right. That's the order you should read them. Read Assassin's Blade first. Because I went into the whole series completely blind. I assumed Assassin's Blade had a set of characters that was like a backstory of how Throne of Glass would start. I thought Throne of Glass, the whole series as a whole, would be a whole different set of characters. Nope. It's the backstory of her. And I absolutely loved it. This is by far my favorite series I've ever read. And I'm going to buy the whole complete set, but I want the original covers. Which I know is hard to find, but that's my goal. Anyways, I'm talking and rambling too much. So I read Assassin's Blade, and I rated it 5 stars. I am completely obsessed with Celaena. Completely love her. I love the storyline. I love how everything just came together. Yes, she is young, but she develops in this book from child to young adult. And I love how she fell in love with Sam, and I love how she finally got a grasp of what love was. And she is spunky, and she is fierce, and she's unpredictable. I loved the atmosphere of the Mute when she went to the Red Desert. And I really hope she finds a way back to the Mute. I hope they come back. I hope that all the characters that she meets in the first book will make a comeback later on, and I'll get into that later. I'm not going to post my favorite quotes. I'm just going to talk about the books. Next, I read Throne of Glass. Of course, I rated it 5 stars. In this book, she is 18 instead of 17, or 16 in the first book. This is after she was sent to Endovier as a prisoner. And she meets Chaol, who I fell for. We'll get into later why I hate Chaol. She needed Sam to show her what love was. He's not her soulmate, and neither is Chaol. Chaol, I hate to tell you, if you haven't read the series, Chaol's not her soulmate. He's not good for her. He's good for her in the moment, but he's not good for her once she develops into who she needs to be. I love how she finally finds that even though she is an assassin and she's done terrible things, that she could still find happiness and joy in life. Next, I read The Conjurer's Wife. This is a very short novella. It was 35 pages. I got it from Amazon First Reads, and then I ended up for like 99 cents picking up the audiobook. This book is trash. I hated it. 2 stars. There's not enough character building. There's not enough world building. It was like a teaser of a book. It's like I read a synopsis and that was it. I care less. I'm not even going to discuss what the book is about because it's not worth it. Next, I read Signal Moon by Kate Quinn. This was only 57 pages and I loved it. 5 stars. This is about a woman who is told in 2 timelines, 2023 and 1943. From 1943, a woman is a decoder and stumbles across a frequency from a ship that is from 2023 and sends him a message for in the future, which is really creative how she did that, and is trying to save his life because she heard over the frequency trying to decode, because she works as a decoder for the Second War, and she's trying to capture German intel. Well, in turn, she accidentally catches his ship crashing, and she's trying to save him. And the way that she sends a message to him in different timelines, she ends up connecting a friendship with him. Loved it. 5 stars. Next, I read Crown of Midnight, which is the 3rd book of the Throne of Glass series, and I rated it 5 stars. I'm loving the atmosphere of this whole realm of fantasy. I would still really love to see previous characters brought back. I know that it's possible with this war coming. I'd like to see the Mute, and I'd like to see the Healer come back. You can definitely tell that there is a war, and I love Nehemia. Loved her. Next, I read Sweet Mercy by Kay Tucker, and this is about a woman and this man who go to visit their father in prison. Her father is getting hurt by prisoners, and his father is a crime lord, and he has some ties that is able to protect her father, so they create a deal. Next, I read Heir of Fire. This was my absolute favorite book in the series. Favorite book. Ronan, or Rowan. Rowan, oh my god, I love Rowan. This man has my heart. He could do no wrong. He had a soulmate who died. And he is hundreds of years old. But he's Fae, so he looks like he's in his 20s, maybe 30s. And we know that Selena is Fae. Can she have a mate? Can it be Rowan? Can it please be Rowan? I love how she turns out to be this true, complete badass. And she takes all her experiences that she has, and she takes her trauma in this book, and she just meshes them together and overcomes everything that has mentally been draining her, and she is becoming a true, complete assassin that cannot be stopped. And I am absolutely loving her as a character, and I know there is a war coming, and I'm ready for it. And I'm already halfway through the next book, but I can't talk about it because this is my January wrap-up. So. Also, I would like to add, I do plan on making videos for each of these books. And I've been gone from Book Talk for a while. I've been trying to create videos for Flip, because I'm absolutely loving that app, but I've also been trying to create videos for my YouTube, and that's what I've been doing. I am creating a whole vlog style of videos for the Throne of Glass series. So when I'm finished with Throne of Glass, and I am completely done with the whole series as a whole, and I create this video for YouTube, I will come back and make videos for Throne of Glass. I am going to be reading other things, but my main focus right now is trying to create a YouTube channel. And that's where I've been. I've been trying to get my booktube started. I've been working over on Flip, and I've just tried to be a better person as a whole, aside from the bookish community. I'm starting a new job tomorrow. I've been sick. That's why I sound nasally. But that's just where I've been. I've been trying to work on myself. And I'm stepping away from Book Talk a little bit to explore other opportunities, because we don't know what Book Talk will look like in a few months. We don't know if we'll have this app. And I don't want my main focus to be, oh, I only do Book Talk. I want to try BookTube. Instagram, I don't fit in over there. I will use it for aesthetics. I do want to post pictures. I do want to do that. But I'm not going to have my main focus on Instagram. I did have an Instagram back in, oh god, I created Instagram when it first came out, and then that Instagram got hacked, and it was a process. I deleted Instagram for the longest time because I couldn't get my original Instagram back, and whoever hacked into it was sending messages to everybody that I followed, people that I was friends with on Facebook, trying to scam them out of money, and it was exhausting. And so I did create a new Instagram because of Book Talk was going to be disappearing, but it's still, I hate it. I still try to support everybody over there, but for me, it's not working. For you, congratulations, but for me, it's not working.